The more hits we play, the more hits we get. URLradio.net. Stacey Sturm.
Kevin Kyes.
How's it going today, Kyes?
Swell.
Super. Did you have a great weekend?
It was a little. I know the ladies love this word, but the weekend was a little moist.
Like yeast infection moist, or
Sure.
just like, ooh, I left the window open when it rained moist.
The good moist.
Or like brownie moist.
Yeah.
Or brownie moist.
Yes.
Well, that's good. Did you do anything fun?
No, went out Friday night
Yeah?
for a birthday party.
Yeah.
Went to the Corral Bar.
That's a hopping place. Did they have karaoke that night?
No, they had a band. Like in the back.
Right. This was their big Harleywood
Yeah.
Nights weekend too,
Yep.
where they had the ride too on Saturday.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Scott's band. Why? And for the life of me, I can't remember.
Over the Edge.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I only know that because they advertise with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Over
thank
the
you,
Edge
Corral
was-
Bar.
Over the Edge.
Thank
was
you,
playing
Lance
there.
and Mike. We
Thanks.
love the Corral Bar.
We love drinking.
We do have many bars advertised on URL Radio. I'm not quite sure what they're saying about our audience.
Yeah.
But Corral, Our Place, Tap-In Tavern now has started advertising.
Yep. The new Sandbar.
Yep. Bucks has advertised with us. So, yeah.
The Corral Bar.
Yeah.
The Corral Bar today, as opposed to the Corral Bar 20 years ago.
Yes. That used to be Scary Bar.
Yeah. And now it's a pretty cool bar. It's a dive.
Yeah.
And I say that proudly and
But
with
it's-
much love.
The difference is it's a dive filled with our peeps.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to be a dive filled with the dredges of society.
Yep. Filled with creepy creeps.
Creepy creeps. Creepy peeps.
Creepy peeps.
But now you're right. It's changed. It's the same kind of a bar. They did a little bit of remodeling to it, but it's filled with cooler people.
And
Less scary people. I don't fear death now.
And you know
going
what?
into that.
I can proudly say it, not that this is going to get me anywhere in life, but
Yeah.
maybe scare people a little bit, that I went to high school with the president of the Freedom Riders.
Damien?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was a year younger than me, but we had
right.
our own gang in high school.
Okay, because
And now he's in a real gang.
didn't really know Damien from high school, but when I became like friends with him on Facebook and stuff, he seemed awfully familiar to me, and we had like a familiarity. Mm-hmm. And now that explains why.
Super nice
Because you
guy.
used to hang. You guys used to hang. So
Yep. Well, and you think president of Freedom Riders, I'm not going to screw around with this dude.
right.
But he's pretty much the biker version of me. We come up. We look on the surface. We look like we should not be messed with. But deep
You
inside,
poke yourself. You both giggle like the
yeah,
Pillsbury
we
Doughboy if
do.
we poke your belly.
We're adorable. We're adorably threatening.
Speaking of looking like you, we had a breakthrough this morning as we're chit-chatting before we got on the air. I have a type.
You do have a type.
Not in love.
Nope.
My past varies greatly. But in hiring,
You bet.
I tend to hire the same people.
You hire hipsters.
I hire hipsters. You and Swenson,
Yep.
minus some height difference,
Correct.
are virtually the same people.
Pretty much. Pretty
That
much.
is so scary. Hipster hat,
Correct.
which
Check.
can vary from fedora to
The
paperboy
little-
hat,
Yep. Yep.
which you have on today.
Yep.
And Swenson likes to break that one out too.
Mhm. Check. Got it.
Western kind of a shirt.
Check.
Could be hipster, could be thrift shop.
Good.
Thrift shop is hipster.
Yep.
And glasses.
Yep.
And often unusual facial hair.
Correct.
Scruffiness.
Guilty as charged.
You and Swenson are like separated at birth.
Yep.
And now I've added to the mix Adam Steen. Also king of the paperboy hat. Occasionally the heavy metal t-shirt. And then covered up with hipster shirt.
Cam could maybe be thrown in there from time
Cam
to time.
also wears hats
Yep.
like this. Oh my God. I have a type.
What about
You can
Sneak?
only
Sneak
work
kind of wears shirts sometimes.
Sneak.
but
No, Sneak's a different animal.
Sneak's his own.
Sneak is a different
They
animal.
broke that mold. And then danced on it and stomped on it some more once he was done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really crazy. Yeah. I'm going to have to analyze that. Why I think why I think this to be. Why I think you guys are so qualified to work on a radio station.
Well, duh. Radio Gold.
Here is the thing: is somebody did point this out to me a while ago. They said, "You know what? I have to say, everybody knows your staff. Like your staff stands out. The people that work at URL Radio definitely different."
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it is. They said, when you look at the other radio stations, it's like, hi, 40-year-old, 45-year-old DJ that's like 60. Sort of geeks.
Yeah. Yep.
We're uber cool.
Well,
Somebody
at least
said
we
that.
think.
We're uber cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Not just cool.
Uber cool.
Uber with an umlaut?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
For those of you who don't know, hipster talk, the umlaut is the double dot above the U.
Somewhat similar to Motley Crue. Am I aging myself?
A little bit.
There's no current band that uses that, or I'd throw that out.
What do you think possessed Crew to use the umlaut anyway?
Maybe just looks, aesthetics.
You're
Damn, that
probably
looks
right.
really awesome.
One of their groupies was like a layout design person.
And weren't there one on each word, like one in Motley and one in Crew?
Yeah, and I didn't really apply to the Motley part.
No.
It just looked nice. I don't know. I think they didn't know how to use it.
Maybe. Speaking of hipsters.
He could come work at URL Radio. Look at that.
You want an application, son?
We laugh
So-
at people walking by. Yeah.
Over the last, 6 days,
Okay.
there's a song that's haunting me. And haunting me kind of in a good way because I've listened to it now for probably no less than 200 times. It's a newer song.
Is it Blurred Lines?
It is.
Because I tell you, every
Good
time I turn on the
God.
damn radio.
I don't even listen to the radio. I don't. It's all
I play it on
my
our
phone.
station too. It's one of the few songs that even though you hear it 25, 30 times in a day, I still like it.
I know. You want to know why I think I like it?
Because
Because it sounds like Prince.
I think it sounds very disco. It reminds
Yeah.
me of it could have been a 70s, 80s song.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, just the very beginning, it kicks in and it feels like a disco song. And then you can't beat Robin Thicke. I mean, come on.
Have you seen the video?
I have not. Is it good?
The video sold me. And there are two different videos out there. Very similar, but one key piece is missing from one to another.
Okay.
And that is the girls' tops. It's Robin Thicke, it's Pharrell Williams, and T.I.
Yeah.
in the video with 3 models.
Yes.
White backdrop, white everything, and they're just kind of dinging.
You don't need anything else except the models,
Yep.
you know?
And throughout the video, #thick is sporadically
Yes.
flashing on the screen.
Yes.
But they also have a version of the video where the girls are topless.
Really?
Yeah, and that's the first
but they're
one that I
blurred
saw.
out? Is that it?
No. Well, the video that I saw was on my Xbox. So I went through the Vivo site on my Xbox. Yeah, it was awesome. And somebody a coworker had said, you need to listen to this song.
Yeah.
This was weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, I love Robin Thicke. Like
This is
when
so
I get
not,
you alone.
Yeah, this is so not Robin Thicke.
No
though.
way. And I'm like, oh, cool, new Robin Thicke song. And Pharrell Williams, it was like,
Pharrell I got.
it was like,
Yeah,
he
I get
just
that.
did his
Sounds like him.
thing with Daft Punk, and I'm like, cool, okay. And then I never listened to it. 2 weekends ago, I'm just sitting around, dinging around on my Xbox, and I'm like, oh, there's a Robin Thicke song. And it was the nude version of it, and maybe that's what kept
That's
me.
what hooked you?
That was my buy-in. But man,
Well, when I interviewed Robin's mommy,
did
Gloria
you?
Loring, yeah. Because I'm like, I joked around with her. I'm like, okay, I've interviewed you. I've interviewed your husband, Alan Thicke, your ex-husband, Alan Thicke. I'm just missing Robin. He's my missing piece.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I really want to interview him. How do I get a hold of him? She goes, well, off the air, I'll give you the number for his PR person. But I have to say, he's really, really busy now putting out a new album. She goes, and I have to say, I've heard it. He's got a couple compilation songs with people. She goes, that I think are just phenomenal. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. No, she's right. Gloria Loring, she knows her hip hop.
well, and when's the? I'm going to use some really big industry terms, when's the album drop?
Doesn't it drop this week?
Does it?
I thought so.
Sweet. What I listened to last
I'm
week?
gonna have to check on that.
The new Hanson album.
I started playing "Get the Girl Back,"
I love it. Love that song.
but I've been waiting for it to like really catch on because the
It's
song came
not
out
go-
like 6 months ago.
It's not gonna.
I thought it really would. It's catchy.
Do you think if they changed their name to Banson, it would help them? Because that's the thing. You say Hanson to everybody, and that's the reaction you get. You get a chuckle. You get like, well, okay. But you know what? They're pretty damn good musicians.
Let's see. Okay, let me see when the album drops here.
Because I'm telling you, if the rest of the album's like Blurred Lines,
It's a keeper, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, this website must have a ton of ads on it because it's taking forever. And now I got this crazy pop-up. I can't have this pop-up. I blocked pop-ups.
Mama's got no time for pop-ups.
Oh, come on. You and Pharrell. Okay. Oh, it doesn't say.
I'm going to find it before Stacey, everybody.
You should.
I probably won't, but we'll see.
Usually it would say.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends on where you're going, too. I'm going to go to the Cheater website.
Cheater website. AshleyMadison.com?
No.
Oh.
The devil went.
Robin Thicke describes his new single Blurred Lines as kind of a rapey tune.
I can see that.
July 30th. It drops July 30th. That surprises me. But it's a recent article. It says Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines album drops July 30th as a release date.
What's the name of the album?
I think it's called Blurred Lines.
Really?
Let's see. Or Give It to You? Oh, come on.
Or is it? Is it?
My computer doesn't want to do anything. Right
Wait, the 20. Is it Sex Therapy?
now. Could be. Huh. Oh.
Well.
Now it's waiting for Huffington Post,
Oh.
which is what I went to because it had the release date on it right away. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think anybody even cares what the name is because no one's
No.
going to buy the entire thing.
They're just going to want that. Well,
just gonna-
until they
they're gonna
hear
listen to-
single number 2.
Yep, and then they'll be like, oh, I'll pick that up too. And then, because not all the songs on his album are going to be hits.
No way. Well, and I think maybe that's the way it's going to be from now on.
It's just the way it is. I don't even know why people release albums.
Right. Just
I
keep
seriously
releasing
don't.
singles.
Just keep releasing singles. Who
Well,
cares?
like,
That's what people buy anyway.
I read in, I believe it was Entertainment Weekly, that, Beck's last album wasn't
Yes.
really an album. All he did was release sheet music.
What?
Yeah. He released sheet music for new songs.
Oh, Beck.
But now he has a song out for the summer. He just released a single for the summer. No album tied to it or anything like that. I believe it's called Defriended.
I'll have to check that out.
But he's not going to release an album until the end of the year.
Right.
But he's just going to release the one single, and I think that's kind of maybe how it's going to go from now on.
I don't know why you would put all this work into going into the studio and putting out an album where half of it people aren't even going to listen to
Right.
or care about. They're just going to want to hear your hits. So just produce hits.
Best album you've listened to in the last 6 months?
Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How weird is that you and I agree on that?
It really is. It's a good mix of stuff.
Yeah.
It's totally Fall Out Boy, but it's different.
The first 3 quarters of that album are fantastic.
Yes.
And maybe the last quarter isn't so much because I haven't listened to it so much because
Right.
I've been so focused on the first 6 or 7 tracks.
Yeah.
It's great though.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's much more music. I love there's a new trend now, no matter what the genre is, they're putting more instruments into things. Mm-hmm. And I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Adding a little saxing it up a little bit.
Sax on the album.
Oh, now my computer's going crazy. I have all these pop-ups. No, I don't want to save money on insurance. I'm good. I like to overpay. Okay, here's what we could talk about today.
We're actually going to talk about what we're doing today.
We could talk about the whole latest trend in racism.
There's a trend?
Yeah, there is. Like blatant racism. And some people are not against it, like Paula Deen.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, but it's Paula Deen.
Yep.
Well,
but the Food Network fired her.
They did,
yeah.
and a lot of people are really upset by that.
Oh, I'm a little bent on it. Like, what's she gonna do? I mean, she can do a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
she technically doesn't have to do anything.
We need somebody to show us how to cook with 2 sticks of butter.
And then there's a new show out created by, I want to say Jennifer Lopez. It's not. Eva Longoria, called Devious Maids. Have you seen the preview for this?
I've heard.
Where basically it's just a bunch of sexy Hispanic ladies that are maids messing with their owners. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like their employers.
But is it a reality show?
No.
Okay.
It's like a Desperate Housewives,
right.
a little.
Because Mark Cherry's doing it too with her.
Yeah.
The dude who created
Desperate Housewives. Yep. And it's very Desperate Housewives-esque, but sort of racist at the same time. Like you're taking your stereotypical and assuming all maids are Hispanic.
What
I don't know. And it's even produced by Eva Longoria. So that's one of the things we can talk about. We can talk about a new cure for cancer, rat goo.
Okay.
Why do we love the smell of rain? Government UFO files. Are ugly people treated worse at work? 7 words successful people live by. Popular old-timey hobbies. Most baffling slang phrases around the world. Or popular plastic surgeries that prove the world is coming to an end.
Wow.
So which one of those topics would you like to talk about today? Plus, are we still going to play your game today?
Yeah, we're going to play my game today.
Stump our Stacey, Stump our Sturm.
Stump our Sturm.
So which one do you want to talk about, do you think?
I want to talk about I would like what was the my third option was
why do we love the smell of rain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that then. Also, if
that's the only thing we're going to talk about.
That's
today.
it.
We're going to spend the next several hours just speaking about how much we
love the smell of rain.
It's good.
Oh, birthdays and anniversaries also coming up next. And if there's a song you want to hear, email me, Stacey at urlradio.net. That's STACY at urlradio.net.